I don't know if it's a misinformation campaign or what, but there's posts on social media claiming this. What is this? What is this? Code 599, promise of an appointment by candidate. Yeah, I don't think anyone has ever used this statute. I didn't even know this existed. Okay, so Trump is now officially hitting the battleground states as Harris sees boost after the DNC. Let's take a look at what's going on. Obviously, there's constant polls coming out. We got 70 days until D-Day, okay? Or E-Day. E-Day. Election Day. 70 days out. A lot can change in 70 days, but we are going to be looking at the polls, obviously. Let's take a look.
The race for the White House as the Trump team packs its schedule this week with events in battleground states and Vice President Harris enjoying a post-convention boost along with a healthy war chest, raising more than $500 million in just over a month. Selena Wang is at the White House now with the latest. Good morning, Selena.
Good morning, Gio. In just over a month, Vice President Harris has completely upended this election. She's gaining ground over Donald Trump in the polls and in her fundraising. To counter her rise, Donald Trump is stepping up his campaigning, blitzing through battleground states this week. This morning, Donald Trump preparing to storm the battleground states that will decide this election. The former president struggling to define his opponent, rallying supporters later today in Michigan before hitting Wisconsin and Pennsylvania later this week, hoping his new endorsement from independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will give him a boost, with Vice President Harris erasing his lead in the polls.
He has a lot of votes that he could have gotten. I think he's going to have a huge influence.
The former Democrat now suspending his campaign that was in part fueled by conspiracy theories around vaccines and COVID.
We talked about not about the things that separate us because we don't agree on everything, but on the values and the issues that bind us together.
Trump.
Bro, this dude literally called him a sociopath like a month ago, okay, on television. RFK is such a deeply unserious person. I think it's hilarious. I love him. Isn't suspending your campaign in exchange for a cabinet position a crime? No, dude, it is not a crime. Why do people think this is a crime? I'm so shocked that people no, it is not a crime. Are you guys like not American or something? Like, what the fuck's going on? It is specifically somewhat, it's something that it's how things work in the primaries, especially. Like, it happens all the time. The things that sound illegal but aren't for 500. I don't really know. I don't really know. Does it even sound illegal? Maybe my brain is like so broken from covering American politics because you said it was one time. I don't have the clip, but I swear to God you did. I never said it was a crime. I said the exact opposite. People have been claiming that it's a crime nonstop in my chat for some weird reason. I don't know why. Did you know RFK's son is a HasanAbi head? I do. I did know that. Yes. I was shocked to find out. I don't know if it's a misinformation campaign or what, but there's posts on social media claiming this. What is this? What is this? Code 599, promise of an appointment by candidate. Whoever being a candidate directly or indirectly promises or pledges the appointment or the use of his influence or support for the appointment of any other person or any public private position of employment for the purpose of procuring support in his candidacy shall be fined. Yeah, I don't think anyone has ever used this statute. I didn't even know this existed. Like, half of the cabinet appointments would be in jail if this was like applied seriously. I've never heard of this. I did not know this. And it's from what is it? Is it from 1948 originally? Imagine ordering donuts so poorly that they start trying to replace you with a brainworms guy. I know. This is the 2024 ticket, says Benny Johnson. Yes, Donald Trump can announce whom he would appoint. Dylan Matthews of Vox, among others, has suggested it might be illegal for Trump to announce his would-be cabinet. Trump can rest easy. He can announce his choices, and there's no good legal argument otherwise. As Me Too Gulati and I pointed out in a paper entitled, Mr. Presidential Candidate, whom would you nominate? The relevant statute is ambiguous, and more importantly, applying the statute to a public promise like this one would run afoul of the First Amendment. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Historically, people do this shit in the primaries all the fucking time. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I've never heard, in my experience, covering politics, like, I've never heard of someone applying this statute seriously to any kind of candidate whatsoever. As we note in our article, there's a textual ambiguity in the statute. The trigger for the statute is procuring support in his candidacy. Is this trigger procuring support from the public for his candidacy, or instead procuring support from the potential nominee, or perhaps the potential nominee's associates for his candidacy? Like, there's a shit ton of weird laws out there, man. Not all of them are applied evenly. Not all of them are applied at all, as a matter of fact. This is one of those things where it's like, I don't think people apply this at all. People don't consider this at all. Yeah, like in Texas, it's illegal to own more than 6 dildos. Yeah, there's like really funny fucking laws like that. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if you know this, but like historically speaking, people have routinely dropped out in an effort to get quid pro quo cabinet positions. Pete Buttigieg, for example, our transportation secretary, straight up got that job because he dropped out. I'm like, I didn't even know this law existed, but I don't think this is a thing that has ever been applied. Now, liberal media and libbed up courts that hate our beautiful president, who is still the current president and will be running for his 3rd term now, our shadow president with his shadow cabinet, they want to take him out. They want to take him out because he's standing in the way of all of those who want the corporate tax rate to be even lowered, okay? For all of those who want the top marginal tax rate to be even lowered because it's far too high, okay? People like myself, that is. You know, they might come after him because the deep state's coming after him because he's standing in the way, right? They might try to like get super libbed up and use this for the first time ever. I think it's a mistake. They probably should let this one go, considering that it will only reaffirm that people are unjustifiably tackling this issue when there is a million other overt displays of the same exact quid pro quo type shit happening on the Democratic Party as well, and also throughout American political history. So, you know, it's dumb.